Hey, open up my eyes and now I'm seeing clearly. Places in my life I'm slacking, snakes that slither near me. I ain't worried about them, no, I'm only God-fearing. I'ma make so much noise, the whole world hear me.
What's up, everybody? Coach Paulie D. DeGuay here, founder and managing director of DRCC Enterprise Holding. What's going on, everybody? It's been about a month since I've last done a video, so yeah, I just wanted to do this quick video and everything. Let you guys know some great updates that are happening right now with my client-sponsored Philippine deal and everything. We've actually located a co-GP through a family office from a new contact that I had on LinkedIn and everything. It was funny because when I found this gentleman, he's from somewhere south of like London, UK and everything, but he's over here in the States and everything, and so he's got a family office and he manages, I think he said about, over 100 million plus in assets and everything with his client profile and everything. But the thing of it is though, anyway, within his network, he's got over, I think he said 1,000 plus real estate investors that invest in the projects such as mine, client-sponsored deal projects large as mine and everything. So when I had a meeting with him for the first time and all that a few weeks ago, yeah, so I gave him the basically the elevator pitch, all that. Well, it wasn't really much of an elevator pitch. It was just letting him know that this is what I'm working with and everything. This is what we've accomplished so far with it and everything. We've raised the 45 million commercial debt financing and all that and everything through U.S. Capital that's headquartered out in San Francisco, California. Did all that, got the equity investors, got all that good stuff. So we've got the project, 94% approved for funding and everything. And then we also just found out not that long ago, it was actually during like the New Year's Eve holiday, that another family office that's out in that is from Dublin, Ireland. I guess for some reason there seems to be a bunch of people that are from the UK, country and everything, that invest into very large commercial real estate projects. So I thought, okay, it must be a category or something, So with that being said, this particular family office wealth management company that's in Dublin, Ireland of the UK, they already approved my Philippine developer sponsored client a $94 million commitment, which is awesome and everything. So that is actually going to be used for purchasing the land of what my Philippine deal is going to be built on and everything, the infrastructure of it and everything. So that's what that's going to be for and everything, to get the land acquired and purchased and everything. So my client sponsor has already filed the paperwork for the letter of intent and everything on the island, which is okay. So since I found out my client's got a very good professional real estate experience and background and everything, because with him and his I think it's 3 or 4 other partners in their company and everything, that's a Philippine corporation and everything, they've handled over $2 billion in business operations and everything. So obviously they know what they're doing, and for them being the number 3 real estate developer in the Philippines and everything, that they obviously know what they're doing. So with that being said, guys, I mean, I think that now that we've got a co-GP that's going to raise the remaining minimum 10 million in equity investor financing, that needs to go into an escrow account, which is going to be able to unlock the commercial debt financing, which is for $45 million that was approved by U.S. Capital. That's it's funny about that particular lender. they have offices everywhere. I was looking at their map and everything, and I'll put a picture of it right here and all that, so that way you guys can, you know, check it out yourselves. And I mean, they actually had a service office in Metro Manila. That's why they were able to get the first venture capital firm that wanted to provide the $23 million of the deal and everything. So with that being said, I mean, like, okay, so this company is headquartered in San Francisco, California, okay, but they're coordinating with the loan originator, you know, division that's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So that's what my client, you know, had showed me in the email thread and everything, that he's coordinating with a lady that's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at one of their service offices over there. I mean, this particular lender, guys, this large commercial lender, they have offices in Germany, Europe, South America, Costa Rica. They also have sales offices and everything throughout the world. Literally, they're really a large network that invests into into very large commercial real estate, you know, development projects and everything, client sponsorship deal projects and everything. So I thought, okay, so when I was still working with my other colleagues and everything about this particular file, they were saying, yeah, like he's got you know, so-and-so's got the relationship with this particular lender. And I'm actually right now in the process right now of, you know, wanting to become one of their, I guess, broker partners or whatever. So that way I can have my direct lender relationship with U.S. Capital and everything. So I'm glad that everything is finally, you know, it's all coming to an end. And it took, and here's the thing though, the gentleman that I had connected with that's providing the remaining co-GP equity investor financing, what was I gonna say? Yeah, he works on very large deals like this, and he works on about like 10 of these deals each year and everything. So I'm gonna put all his information in the description below, guys, so that way you guys can check it out for yourself and do your vetting and everything, because I like to provide proof and everything of what I'm doing and everything, because everything checks out and everything. Literally, my credentials check out, my resources check out, my network checks out and everything. So I know that eventually, you know, this is all gonna finally come to an end, and then we're gonna work on the next one. I've already got other you know, deals in my pipeline right now that are in my local area of Davenport, Florida and everything. So I've got one that I'm working on right now that's actually I've got four. I've got 4 commercial development site property listings that are in Davenport that I'm connecting now with developers and general contractors and everything. And then having, you know, it's a process. It's a process. Literally, how you got to have these these Zoom meetings or in-person meetings and everything. You know, so one guy that I talked to, he's out in Claremont, over by the Highway 50 area and everything, and he buys plots of land for his company and everything. So the one that I had spotted, that I actually live about maybe 4 minutes away from where the site is and everything. It's for 11.83 gross acreage is what it is. So, like, you know, basically it's you know, oh gosh, like 5 acres one way and the other way. I gotta look at the map again, but I'll show you a picture of it right here, guys, and everything, which you guys can visually see what it looks like and everything. I think it's been zoned and approved for, you know, for multifamily, restaurants, a car wash, a self-storage. It's been approved for a very good open variety categories of commercial real estate things and everything. So with that being said, guys, I'm glad about that transaction, because to buy this particular plot of land and everything, for the developer too and everything, it's gonna cost, I think they said it was 2.5 million to buy the land and everything. And honestly, I thought it was gonna be a little bit more than that, because last year I was working on one deal for, I think, what was it, that was going to be built for 400 apartment units and everything, and it was it was 40 plus acres and everything, and they were selling that thing for $6 million and everything. And what's funny with that particular deal and everything, it got sent back to the state and everything, because I guess the license and permits and everything for the zoning, for the engineers and contractors and all that, it didn't get in time or something. So I guess the developer and the contractors, they just gave up on it and everything. So that's actually a file that actually I need to circle back to, because I actually just passed it about 25 minutes ago, coming here and everything to do a video. So that's what I want to say, guys. I'm glad, that my Philippine deal, since I've been working on it since like the middle of September, the second week of September of 2025. So we're talking, September, October, November, December, January, and then we're in February. So working on it, for about 6.5 months and everything. I think the time frame of me working on this deal was very important and everything, and I'm glad that I got to go through the actual physical experience and everything of structuring the deal, strategizing the deal together and everything and all that. How we got it approved for 94% of funding and financing and everything. So I'm glad that I went through a very large deal of it and everything. I guess before I end this video and everything, guys, I wanted to let you guys know that the assets on the entire project of this Philippine resort deal and everything, it has increased from 75 million to 125 million. So it's in the nine-figure range, and everything, how high that is and everything. And here's the thing of it is, though, like, now we actually have more assets, collateralized assets that's going to be proposed for the client sponsorship deal file and everything. Because in the beginning, when I took on the deal back in September and all that and everything and all that, it was only for, 35 luxury resort villas that were going to have 3 to 5 bedrooms. Each is going to have its own private bath and then a private swimming pool, and then also a two-car port garage at each villa and everything. So we now have it for 68 luxury resort style villas now versus 35. And then also we've added on 2 standalone hotels for the property that's going to have 164 resort style hotel rooms and everything. So with that being said, guys, it's a larger expanded client deal sponsorship deal file and everything. So it actually looks a lot more attractive than it did, when I first came on the deal, when I took on the client sponsorship deal and everything. It's actually a lot more attractive, to investors and everything. Because here's the good thing, though, that it's already got 14 million in pre-sales for investors that are going to buy the units for the resort and everything. So we've already got 14 million, I think 14.5 million that have already pre-saled, already put down deposits and all that and everything, and are gonna be they've already sent their LOIs, their letters of intent on the deal and everything. So that's exciting, guys, that we've already got the letters of intent already purchased, and then there's gonna be an increased profit for the exit phase of the 5 to 10 year hold on the entire deal and everything. So with that being said, that's what I'm basically involved in now, where we do, real estate project deal holdings and everything, where we work on a large project a large scale project, but it's a process that we're working on, you know, one for 5 years, one for 6 years, between one for 5 to 10 years and everything. Those are the types of project client sponsorship deal projects that I'm involved in and everything. So I like it, and so I'm glad to be that I've actually got my feet wet about it. And the thing of it is, though, my client sponsor, my Philippine developer, he actually just yesterday just asked me that he wanted to know if he can apply for a $1 million debt loan and everything. So I'm working on that with this week and everything for him to apply for it and everything, because I've got a lender that will do it. And you know, that's extra, you know, money in my pocket right there and everything, you know. And I mean, I gotta brag about this guy, but you know, all this right here that you see and everything, this is from him and everything, you know. This is you know, all right there and everything. So with all that being said, you know, I mean, guys, you know, like this is the proof in the pudding and everything, you know, from doing this deal and everything, you know. These are all 20s, I know, and everything, but with that being said, I mean, like, you know, eventually I think the next one I'm gonna do is gonna have hundreds and everything. And I can't keep it all in my pocket, I realize that. So guys, with that being said, I'm gonna get this uploaded to the channel and everything. If this is your first time looking at my videos and everything, hit the subscribe button and everything and all that and everything. Give me a thumbs up and everything. Leave a comment, please. I've got all my contacts that are gonna be in the video below and everything. And you guys have a great one and everything, and stay productive and everything. Because I think how I'm staying productive and everything, because I've got, you know, my operations, you know, booming right now and everything. And I've worked very hard, you know. Started from nothing, guys. I literally started from nothing doing this stuff and everything. I had learned a lot, made a lot of fuck ups and everything and all that shit. It's just it's just mind-boggling. It baffles me, you know, how I look back on it and everything, how I've struggled and, you know, I've learned and everything, but I've applied myself, and then I've had a lot of intuition and grit and everything. You know, guys, this is where I'm at and everything. I feel like, you know, once I close this $125 million luxury resort project that's going to be built in the Palawan Islands in the Philippines and everything, you know, it's just going to be, you know, magnificent. I don't honestly know what to say, but guys, I'm gonna get it uploaded to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. America first. Take care, everyone.
You can't even get in. Let go. Look at me now. Look at me now. Hey, open up my eyes and now I'm seeing clearly. Places in my life I'm slacking, snakes that slither near me. I ain't worried about them, no, I'm only God-fearing. I'ma make so much noise, the whole world hear me.